Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus. I'm here with
Q.
And we have up
What
here
axe?
somewhere
Mr. Bloodaxe.
I was gonna let him introduce himself since it's not my place anymore. Like he's been here enough now.
He's always been here.
Well, I mean
It's
he's
like
been
2
on
weeks.
screen enough now. This is what?
Do your introduction. Just
third
ignore
time
this
or
guy.
something.
Third time, yeah.
Do it. Do your introduction. Come on, drop it.
Oh, it's Blood Axe, bro.
There you go. See,
There you
he
go.
doesn't say Mr. Bloodaxe either. So
No,
Bloodaxe.
Mr.
We have Mr. Bloodaxe up there. So
I always remember that because there's two Bloodaxes. There's Mr. Bloodaxe and there's Mrs. Bloodaxe.
well, that's true. But
I would turn the camera and show her, but she would probably punch me, so we're not gonna do that.
all right, well let's get started. Let's see. Right now we have Q's favorite topic, or actually two topics in one. Yeah, we have both Epic and Sony in the news together.
I like this.
So apparently Epic's CEO was tweeting about how PS5's SSD will beast your PC's SSD. And apparently a member of the PC master race, or just a PC gamer, as many of us call them, decided to educate Mr. Epic CEO Tim Sweeney that his 9 gigabytes per second hard drive on the Sony is not faster than what a lot of PC owners have, as they can go up to 24.
And what amazes is that the CEO of Epic actually got into a debate with some random dude because he's like, don't you talk about Sony. Sony's good to me. Sony treats me nice when you're not around.
You know, this is one of the few gems you find on Twitter, you know.
Yeah, Tim Sweeney does his best Randy Pitchford impression. He's like, I've learned how to suck up real good from looking down on the top of his red Randy's head. So let's go ahead and see if I can pull this off for Sony.
So anyway, Tim Sweeney decides to educate this young man or woman on the on the qualities of PlayStation 5's solid state drive and how it works in conjunction with other pieces of the PlayStation to make awesome happen. And
especially with the Epic engine.
yes. But anyway, all in all, it boils down to these two going at it for a bit to come to the consensus, like, yeah, okay, you know, the guy basically agreed. Look, you're doing some behind the scenes magic there. That's great. That's awesome. But you're still wrong.
Actual people who know about technology. And what's funny is I've heard this from more than one angle, and you know that our tech specialist is Zeno, but I watched Zeno because Zeno and our boy Jarek, I believe is his preferred online persona name, they got into techno babble, and man, they had my head just spinning. But they basically had this conversation with a lot less Facebook hockey from Sony. Like, they basically said it's a good console, but PC ain't impressed.
Well, I mean, the thing is
that what y'all basically came around to?
Yeah, and I mean, the other thing is we've always known. I mean, consoles are optimized for gaming. You know, that's how they're developed. They are game consoles. They're not computers. So they have certain tweaks and things that they utilize to be able to utilize lesser hardware than what your PC has and optimize the output. That's how you get a console for less than you can get a good gaming PC, is because they're specialized for a certain thing. Plus, they're a singular hardware, so games are written specifically for the hardware, where when games are written for PC, they have to sort of be written so that they can handle more options and so forth.
Well, that's because of all those great options,
yes.
like being able to alter your settings. Like, for example, long before Elder Scrolls could play with a controller, I was able to program my PC to let me use a controller on Elder Scrolls Online. That's because it's a PC and it can do that.
Yeah, before it was released to console.
Man, remember how much trouble we were having finding some things on the map? Oh, wait, but then we got that GUI mod that allows us to have a better time tracking it because we use PC.
But yeah, so anyway.
You know how Morgan talked too much crap on Dragon Age and you could slap her in the mouth?
Yeah,
that was a mod.
The point is not PC better than console. I don't really care. The point was more, it's just fun seeing how much Epic has gotten into bed with Sony. Like, ever since they debuted their engine, which on the PS5, and started talking about all this and that from that. There's another article here where once again Tim Sweeney is talking about how great the Unreal Engine is on Sony.
I got it. Let's make this a meme. Epic. Tim Sweeney, notice me, senpai. Sony.
Yeah.
Notice me, senpai. Sony. Notice me. Oh my God, it's hero worship. It's sad.
And this one, he's talking about how much better the PS5 is from the Xbox Series X, which we don't have all the details on. So
yeah, he's already trying to bash on the Xbox Series X, and he don't even know all the specs. But you know what? That's fine.
He did say it would be awesome on both. So he said the Nanite and Lumet Tech powering it will be fully supported on both PS5 and Xbox Series X, and will be awesome on both. So, but he just says, but it's better on PS5.
You would know this. What's the bigger company, Microsoft or Sony? Isn't Microsoft like?
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, if you're looking at gaming shares,
no,
then,
I'm talking about just as a company overall.
But I mean, overall, Microsoft has probably more behind. I don't know. Sony is also in a lot of things. So, I don't know.
I think Microsoft has a bigger footprint than Sony does, though, with all the PCs. I mean, every
yeah. Like he may be backing the wrong horse here.
Yeah, I mean, it does have the largest market on PC.
That and I think that
and
Naughty Dog's about to go under because they have screwed up that Last of Us 2. So, like, I think they're about to lose a big chunk.
We've got Naughty Dog news coming up.
We do?
Yeah. Oh. But I mean, that's just more Sony crap.
Oh wait, now I remember. Yeah. Naughty Dog being naughty.
So anyway, what do you think about Epic slobbing off all over Sony? Any comments on that? Blood Axe, I hadn't heard from you much. How do you feel about Epic and Sony?
It's just more of the same story. It's getting old.
Yeah.
But I mean, the fact that you're responding to someone on Twitter when you're a CEO means you probably have way too much time on your hands. I mean, honestly.
But no,
if I was in a position, I would just let my product roll and not worry about it, because the only thing you can do is cause controversy, which that may have been the intent, is to just get people talking about it like us on Sunday. So I say segue on to Naughty Dog.
Hey, you know what I gotta say to that too? Good one, man. You brought up a good point, because when I think about it, you know what my reply would have been to Tim Sweeney after I had posted that and Tim Sweeney replied? I would go, "Are you the CEO of Epic?" At which point I'd be like, shouldn't you be doing something? Like, that would have been a short conversation. Be like, you do know I'm because it wasn't like a high school student or something. Like, this a grown ass man.
It was this Logo Renard.
Like, whoever he is, he ain't the CEO or nothing.
I have no idea who Logo.
Like, wait a minute. Do you mean if I go on and I say that the new PS4 sucks, Todd Sweeney, I like that. Tim Sweeney will actually reply to me? Because I would love to start a conversation with someone from Epic. It'll divulge to profanity and be blocked quickly, but I would love to start it. First of all, I'd be like, I need you to pry Randy Pitchford.
No, Logo Renard's this dude with 151 followers in Australia.
Hey, this dude has done something we haven't. He's had a conversation with the CEO of Epic. I've wanted to talk to the CEO of Epic for a while. Why don't you fix your dang platform?
Apparently, he is the creator of the What It Feels Like meme.
Yeah, well, Tim Sweeney came back and go, what does it feel like? It feels like Sony's this big. Sony's got the biggest.
It tore a little.
Sony super best. I wish I could play God of War. I still hate you for that, Sony. I won't buy you, damn it. I'm stubborn. I won't buy you. Somebody will make an emulator because that's how good PC
Okay.
is. What am I talking about? Somebody? It's probably already out there.
We need to get you a camera light or something, Blood Axe. You're
Yeah.
really dim on us.
Yeah, be careful. You'll be accused of trying to,
We had
like,
a
you know.
storm coming, so it's kind of dark outside. I opened the windows up, but it wasn't enough light.
We'll get
so
you
I
one of
probably
those
didn't-
TikTok circle lights, and then you can make you some TikTok videos as well. You know.
No.
You get a green screen and get the whole night. Yeah. all right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? He has the look. We need to slap your head onto Marcus's body. That'd be cool.
I've actually got the do rag.
I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, like I'm saying, man, you've got the beard. You ought to be the new Marcus Phoenix. The first Marcus Phoenix who could do. Well, actually, wait a minute. I forgot about that new. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes Gears exploits are in our favor.
You would back your ass off about.
Yeah, look, oh no, I do. That was so funny that for once something broke in our favor. I actually might play Gears now because something broke in our favor. Now, don't get me wrong, they'll fix it quick, and they'll still fix it before they fix my damn defensive tackle card.
Yeah, that's not fixed yet.
I'm not coming back till they fix that card. He almost had me willing to play, but I said, go ask everybody to fix that card.
Well,
he came back and said no, and I said, I'm
since
not
you're
coming
talking
back.
about video games, let's talk about a video game that's in our list of topics, which is Last of Us is back with more controversy. This time, apparently, they are being accused of stealing someone's music. This Lot Kestner apparently created a cover back 10 years ago and added her own lines to the song, and then when the trailer for Last of Us came out, it actually included the lines, her original lines, in her cover.
Wait, oh my God. Imagine if they actually said, for y'all that remember with the previous things that happened, if they go, well, that's open license. Ooh, because remember what they did with all those strikes against people? Ooh, I want to reply from them now. Because they struck all those videos that they know was fair use. Sorry, fair use. If they claim fair use for this music,
Well,
the hypocrisy.
The thing is it was a cover of a song, and she did have original. I mean, my thing is how do you as a game company, if you're taking something from a person's cover that was unique to them, you not even credit them in the slightest, you know? You don't even go, yeah, this was
fair use. Well,
like no contact, nothing.
It's my Irish coffee, man.
But yeah, here I'll post this article up if anybody wants to make the comparison. It's in the Twitch chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're the editor too.
Yeah, I know.
You didn't do the last article link. What about that
Yeah,
one?
well,
I'm gonna put you to work now. Look,
Nobody-
Blood Ash,
nobody-
we're gonna work him now.
nobody cares about Epic and Sony anymore. I'm not.
So what would that couple be? Would
but
that
Naughty
be septic?
Dog-
Would it be septic or would it be Oni?
What the hell?
You know how
are
they put the
talking
two
about?
names together? How they take the couples, they put them together like J-Lo, what do they call the J-Lo team? Who the heck is J-Lo with? I don't keep up with celebrities. You know they took the two celebrity names together for the couple, man. That was a thing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what would Sony and Epic be? I think septic.
Septic, isn't that a type of piercing?
It's something that can happen to your piercing, I think.
Pierce, like right through here. Is
I think it could go
or is that
septic.
septum? That's septum.
That's septum. I'm saying septic is
Yeah.
in like the tank, like the poop.
Septic.
Poop. I'm calling them
like
poop.
a septic. Gotcha.
Like, he ruined my joke, so I'll say it. I'm calling them poop. I'm calling them poop. Let's turn that off. No, for once it wasn't my mom.
Let's see, Epic and Sony. Yeah, septic. I think that works, man. I think that works. Otherwise, it would be like maybe Sonic.
Oh, hey, don't you dare. Sonic did the right thing.
What do you say, Blood Axe?
Well, I mean, when it comes to fair use, I mean, fair use is more designed going to be for either criticism, news reporting, teaching, or research. This is loosely news reporting, but more advertising, so I don't think it falls under fair use. But if you're going to sample or outright use someone else's copyrighted material, you should at least give them credit for it. Actually, you should probably compensate them for their material. So
Yeah, I mean, this article said from a legal standpoint, it's unclear if Lot Kestner has any recourse. Naughty Dog's version is essentially a cover of a cover, and we imagine the developer obtained a license to use the song directly from New Order. So,
yeah, that's still messed up that they got a license to use a song, but then they went and snatched her cover, and then they didn't say anything.
Well, they snatched the lines from her cover that were not in the original.
Well, I mean, the best thing is it goes back to more morality of Naughty Dog's trash. I don't know what happened to what was once an amazing game company, but when you consider what they've done with the story, what they did to Troy Baker, who was a respected voice actor until all of this went down, and then I just started going, like, getting more and more just like, every time he opens his mouth now, I'm just like, maybe it's good the things that happened at this point, because I don't think I want to hear any more Troy Baker. And now they're also stealing people's cover songs and not even willing to give him a shout out. She probably would have been happy with just an acknowledgement. I mean, it's a cover.
I mean, we had that with there was a couple of artists that did similar things. I think Miley Cyrus got in trouble for using somebody's cover a while back without, and once again, it was one of those issues of, well, you know, just say you got it, you know, or it was a design for a T-shirt or something like that. I remember seeing it because I try to keep up with copyright law and stuff like that. Being that,
yeah, because honestly, the value of the shout out is pretty high. You're
Yeah.
you're some musician that does a couple of covers, but you've never made it big, and then now you're getting credited by one of the largest, like one of the biggest game releases. I'll admit, Last of Us 2 is going to be a huge game release.
Yeah, even if nothing else, even if you're not sincere about it, just being able to dropping that stops you from having backlash. You
know how many times I've looked up a song I heard on a game that I liked and went and downloaded it, or went and looked up the album?
Yeah.
It's like it happens all the time. So a little credit would have went a long way. But as we stated, the morality of Naughty Dog, which long for years Jim Sterling's been saying that they treat people like trash, but people didn't listen to it because they loved Last of Us. Only now that they've lost some of their popularity are people starting to put credit to what. I got to give a guy credit, man. He's been saying it for a while. He's been saying that their worker treatment, their crunch time, and all that was really bad. Nobody was really listening to him. I don't know if I'm ready to John, but like I got to get credit's due, man. We don't look what we're doing. We're covering something, and I'm saying Jim Sterling's been calling Naughty Dog trash before all of us, long before any of us willingly admitted it. See, was that hard? Was that hard, Naughty Dog? Look at that. He got more money than us, and I'm willing to give him credit. Is it that hard? Really? I mean, we ain't got nowhere near his thing, but I'm still willing to say the man was calling the trash first.
Last video game topic we have before we throw out
grammatical correction. I love this for you to be the one that found this, just because you're the one that's always screwing up names and stuff. So
well, I mean, it's not so much a grammatical correction. It's just more of a common sense or sensical. I don't know what you. No,
by the way, he misspelled man-eater. I'm gonna
shut up. I fixed it.
No, I took it verbatim from the thing.
What's that?
No, I took it verbatim from the.
Oh no! He wasn't talking about you, I think.
But no, Zeno misspelled man-eater. I'm just taunting him for his spelling.
When I originally wrote the title of the article, I misspelled it. I fixed it, but not before Q saw it and decided that he would continuously mention this. But no, I just thought it was cool. You know, I've been playing Man-Eater over the week since Q brought it up last show, and I was sitting down on my couch reading a book. And or listening to an audio book, and I was just like, you know, I usually do multiple things at once, so I'll listen to an audio book while I play a video game or something like that. But I didn't have anything on my PlayStation I really wanted to play, and so we had been talking about Man-Eater, so I said, screw it, it's like $39. I'll pick it up, see how it is. So I ended up buying it, and
he's already beat it.
I beat it in 2 days. It was really short.
Well, you know how we grind, man.
Yeah.
Like, let's be fair. We grind at a degree that a game's having a hard time. There's so many games I've been told are supposed to take a week to beat that I beat within like a couple of days. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm level 99.
But I saw this and it amused me because somebody had had looked at the logo for Maneater and was like, why is the shark eating the word eater when it's a man-eater?
It should be eating man.
And they rotated it out. No, I was like, that's good. That does make sense. But there's a lot of things in this game that didn't make sense. I'm going to tell you, it's a fun little game. It's short. It did not have as much.
It's going to get expanded, I hope, because I ain't gonna lie, they're going to need to go to at least level 50, add in about 2-3 more paths of evolution that you can mix and match a little more.
I mean, I thought there was going to be a lot more mutations available than there were. There ended up being very few, and honestly, as far as combining them together, there wasn't like a lot of like real good combinations. Which, like I said, you only have like 3 morphs for each part of the body. So you have 3 head morphs, 3 teeth morphs, tail morph, fin morph, and a body morph.
When I was going to try mixing the poison and the electricity together to see if I could stack the effects. That's what I was curious about.
The way the poison wasn't very efficient. Didn't really
compared to,
well.
I ain't gonna lie, the bioelectricity seems to be top notch.
Basically, what I boiled down to was I used the shadow, which is the one that did the poison. I did its jaws because its teeth did increased damage, and it was about the only thing that increased your damage. And then I just did bone for everything else because all the rest of the stuff was defense. The only thing you got if you didn't use bone was speed here and there, and speed really wasn't that important unless you're going around and exploring, and then you could just go change over to the speed one so you could explore real quick.
The toughest fight seemed to be the ship battles. It didn't seem like you needed the bioelectric so much to take on the other predators. You killed them pretty easy. I saw people beat them with any set. Yeah. But the ships were like rough.
Yeah, and that's
the
where,
bone
that's
set
where
sunk
changed.
ships.
I would put on the bone body and everything, and just use the shadow teeth. So you'd end up with high defense with a good attack, and
just tear the ships apart.
Yeah,
yeah. And look, but the game, but here's the thing, though. I'm optimistic. I'm hoping now that they made some good money, they seem to be doing pretty well. The game's selling well. That they're going to, preferably free, expand the content of this game and improve on it. So if you're out there, guys who made Maneater, expand on the game, guys. I think you got something interesting here. Maybe throw in some other types. Play around with it.
Bloodaxe just turned off all the lights. He was like,
"Wow, you're in the dark. I'm sorry."
Go dark.
Okay, let Bloodaxe. What you got to say, man? You're sitting in the dark over there, or your screen froze. It might have froze.
He may have froze.
Where'd the blood guts go?
Oh yeah, he froze.
Return to us, Bloodaxe. Return to us.
All right.
I'm assuming he can still hear us.
No, I'm assuming he's gone.
Oh. Was that a text from him then?
That may have been a text from him. Was it a text from him?
No, I didn't get one from him, so I'm about to text him now. But what's our
I'm assuming he'll call us back. It's time for a random encounter, though.
There we go. Well, guess we'll roll the first one instead of him. Oh, wow. I spelled that as bad as you did. Oof. I can't type. See, I can't type. I can spell. I just can't type.
Oh, okay.
I got 2 left hands.
You want to roll, or you want me to roll, or?
You know what? Start us off.
All right, I'll start us off.
I like making you go first because bad things happen when you roll.
Do they?
Roll your little small die.
I got a 9.
You didn't even get on camera.
I think it's a 9. It's either a 9 or a 6. I don't have marks apparently on my.
Let me see. I can tell. I've been doing this long enough. That's a 9.
All right.
Oh, wow. Actually, your 9 and 6 are identical.
I know. I saw that.
Well, let's see what both of them are and pick one. Let's see. You rolled the magic number.
Oh, let's see.
Oh, crap. Bloodaxe had a power outage, man.
Oh, that's why I went dark all of a sudden right before he cut out.
Yeah, like, I don't know what he's going to do with the power.
All right, so...
Damn, Sony. They got mad at us. Sony strikes.
Yeah. They found Bloodaxe.
They found Bloodaxe. They took out his power. Damn you, Sony, and your freaking henchman, Troy Baker. He's their Rimfield. Troy Baker's their Rimfield.
All right, so we have Spider Sense is 6 and 9 is Disney time. I think we'll go with 6. I think it was a 6.
You don't want to go Disney time?
I don't know. Let's see. Are you excited about What If series? But I guess I think it was a 9, so we'll go with 9. Fine.
Okay.
Disney time. Are you excited about the What If series for Disney? Some of them looked good. Some of them looked really, really dumb.
I actually haven't seen any of them. What are they planning to do?
Oh
my God!
There were some different leaks on the What If a while back where they were talking about some of the topics they were going to do. They also had to pull, I think, the Spider-Man ones, or they did pull the Spider-Man.
Were they too far out there?
Well, I think it may have been a Sony thing.
True. Yeah, I can see Sony being like, "Don't you screw up Spider-Man? It's all we got." Yeah. Well, that and Epic.
So.
We only got Spider-Man and Epic, man. We ain't got nothing else.
But no, I mean, I'm not excited about them. I think that they have potential of being interesting if they choose some of the ones from the comics. Like some of the ones from the What If series from the comics was actually pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, man, but they're not. Disney's determined to not pay anybody the slightest bit of credit. Mm-hmm. Me and Blood Axe, that's why I hate Blood Axe is gone, because when we get into Star Wars, like, we talked about this, their determination to have something be theirs and not share with anybody says that they'll never recap or play with anything that they might have to give homage openly to anyone. So, now, here's the thing. I can't bash on any of them because it's What If. And What If everything's valid? There's literally nothing you could do in What If that anybody could go, that you shouldn't have done that. Because it's What If. So, now have I seen anything interesting? Now that I think about it, you're right. That did pop up for a while. I didn't see anything that caught my interest. Because the line that this stuff goes these days. If it's a What If, it's usually a trash What If. Yeah. I'm going to be blunt. I haven't seen anybody try to be interesting with a What If story in a while. Especially not with anything new. But it used to be some of the most amazing stories. Really, really good stuff.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you got to see some of the battles that you wouldn't normally, it's like, man, I would love to see a battle between these two people, but they're allies.
Or what if Magneto won? Like, what would Magneto actually do if he took over the world? That was interesting when they actually said, what would happen if this actually occurred? Mm-hmm. You got to see some cool alternate. I love the one, man, they had for the symbiote where Venom ended up on people that weren't Spider-Man. And that last one where he ended up on the Hulk was terrifying. Venom Hulk. Oh, God. Was that Volk or Hinnom? I don't know.
Sounds terrifying.
It was as bad as you could imagine. It was one of the scarier arcs. That was some cool stuff. There were some good ones with Wolverine, where they went into different things. What if he hadn't gone to Weapon X? What if he had stayed in Weapon X, I believe? I'm trying to remember. But they had some good stuff. So, you know what I feel? I think 1 out of every 3 or 4 will be good. So... the router's still being reset, so Blood Axe is trying. It looks like the power may be back up. But he's in that area on the coast where the tropical storm is hitting people, so, he's got to deal with that.
Gotcha. Well, I'm sure he won't mind missing this one. Yeah.
But he's the only person that can have a conversation about it. You're lame.
Oh.
You don't have any opinions on this.
Because... I do have opinions on
this. Well, I did give you some info now. Yeah, you've got a lot more information in the show.
I had info on this beforehand.
Did you really know how many people related to Kate Kane before I told you?
Well, no, I didn't know about all that. But
go over the main thing, and then we'll go into detail.
So Batwoman replaces Ruby Rose, Kate Kane, with new character. Yes, not new actor. I mean, there will be a new actor, but it's also a new character.
Yeah, notice the wording on that. They're replacing Kate Kane. Now, to do a quick synopsis, I ran through for Blood Axe and Zeno how many characters on this show are related to Kate Kane. And it's ridiculous. Kate Kane's father, stepmother was in season 1, stepsister, I guess I won't spoil her that even though the season's over, her sister, her ex-girlfriend, her other ex-girlfriend. Nearly every character on this show is sleeping with or is related to Kate Kane. Not the Ruby Rose's character. Including the main villain, who I told you a spoiler about what happened at the end of the season, that when I said that, they were looking like, how do you skip that? That's a big deal. So, switching the character to this new Ryan Wilder literally ends all plot hooks and makes every antagonist and protagonist or a deutero protagonist, I think it's called, when it's not the main character, but it's other characters, obsolete. In fact, only, what's his name? Oh, God. You're good with these names? The guy's son.
Lucius Fox.
Lucius Fox's son. It makes him the only character that has a reason to be in the next season. Every other character is obsolete. And it completely will make no sense in regards to the character. God forbid if they get into a romance with her, because then they're cheating on... Okay, let's not even get into that. It
anyway,
gets weird.
So now that... Well, we don't even know. I mean, they may be killing off Ruby Rose.
That'll still make it odd if, like, she died a week ago and you're already boning the new Batwoman. That'll be... Well, not boning, but you know what I mean. You're already intimate with the new Batwoman.
I mean, you know,
like, the body's still warm.
Screw away your sorrows, you know.
But with the main villain being related to her in some way,
now that Ruby Rose has left DC Comics series Batwoman, after just one season playing lead Kate Kane, it seems Warner Brothers has opted to introduce an entirely new character to replace Kane. Batwoman on CW's show will have a new identity of Ryan Wilder, which at this point, I don't think they know if Ryan Wilder is just a script name that will be changed later or not.
Because nobody's been able to find a Ryan Wilder in the comics.
But they described that the new character is described as in her mid to late 20s, likable, messy, a little goofy, and untamed.
And an out lesbian.
And nothing like Kate Kane. Well, how can you be nothing like Kate Kane if Anyway, the woman who wore
he said woke. He said woke. He said woke. I heard it. He said the woke. I mean woman.
The woman who wore the bat suit before her. Brian spent years as a drug runner, dodging the GCPD, Gotham City Police Department, and masking her pain with bad habits. Ryan is the most dangerous type of fighter, highly skilled and wildly undisciplined. Wait, how are you highly skilled and wildly undisciplined?
Because then I saw like a martial artist, but then I saw them going like, hey, the return of Blood Axe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. The tropical storm is having fun with our power lines.
We're on the Batwoman article. We're reading about Ryan Wilder.
So Ryan Wilder, highly skilled and wildly undisciplined,
which is not a those don't go together.
An out lesbian, athletic, raw, passionate. Can't even read this anymore.
Keep going. No, you're doing good. You're doing good. Man up. Come on.
Fallible and very much not your stereotypical all-American hero.
I bet she's white. Oh, wait. Maybe they'll do the famous black woman replacement. Maybe it'll be different. Maybe they'll put a black woman in the suit.
I think that the script said here it is. The casting decisions have been made as of yet, but it is important to note that the casting call specifically says any ethnicity, so it's anybody's guess on who might take the lead role left vacant by Rose.
No, also from the LGBTQ community. They have to be from the LGBTQ community.
How does that have anything to do with their acting? Wait, where does it say that?
Hey, shh, you're not allowed to ask
Some
that
of the scenes may require that very specific skill set.
I mean, actors,
they have been having a lot of sex scenes in it, with woman on woman specifically, exclusively.
Yeah, but they're not. It's not real sex.
Yeah, but you got to make it seem real so that the showrunners can get off.
I mean, we've seen
so that it seems authentic.
We have seen straight actors play gay characters in the past.
No. They said they plan to cast the LGBTQ. It doesn't matter your acting skill. It matters that you're LGBTQ. And preferably ethnic.
I mean, it doesn't say that. Quit putting words in their mouth.
No, that was in their previous announcement. Yes, it did. When Ruby Rose left the show,
preferably ethnic.
They said they plan to specifically. Not ethnic. I said LGBTQ.
Everybody ethnic of some
LGBTQ. I said LGBTQ. LGBTQ. They will plan to hire the LGBTQ actress. The ethnic part just makes it better. That's all. That just makes it better. Like they get extra blue. They get a double blue check mark. they get double blue check marks.
Oh God!
They get blue check marks with a
Anyway,
gold star.
Regardless of all
blood
that,
axe with a gold star.
regardless of all that, the stupidity of this is you're trying to band-aid
Okay, he wasn't moving. I thought we lost him
an
again.
already failing show that has the worst ratings of any show in its genre.
It is the worst on that channel, the CW, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it is literally bottomed out below Supergirl finally.
So why are you even trying to limp this thing along? Like,
Okay,
just
I was wondering where you
shoot
were
it-
going to limp. What?
Just shoot it and put it out of its misery.
No, they have to do it. They have to do it for all the people out there. I don't know who those people are, but for those people, they have to do it.
For all the redhead hating people out there.
Don't do that. I feel bad how they treat redheads these days. I don't know where this weird redhead hatred came from, but they hate no
I
redheads.
mean, luckily all mine turned to gray, so nobody knows.
They get to know you long enough, they'll realize you had to have been a redhead.
Anyways, how's it going, Blood Axe? You got anything on Batwoman? We've been talking about this for a bit while we're waiting for you to come back. So.
Well, this is actually more fun to listen to the Epic Sony rant, but I guess the CW has budgeted for the content. They need something to fill the show slot. What they're going to do without rebooting it, I have no idea, because as we were talking before the show, and Q may have already touched on this, everything was related to Ruby Rose originally.
Kate Kane,
So-
but yes.
The only thing that I can even compare this to was Cloak and Dagger, and that wasn't my demographic. This is not my demographic. I'm not the target audience, so I didn't watch Cloak and Dagger, and I won't watch this either.
Well, and they did the right thing though. They canceled Cloak and Dagger.
Exactly. Well, they canceled a lot of them. shows.
Yeah, Blood Axe. That's the only thing I hate about missing you, because I did a short recap where I was like, her dad, her
Yeah,
stepmom, her stepsister, her other sister, her ex-lover, her new lover, the next show. You do know that the pirate lesbians for the next season was supposed to be an ex-lover of KK. So they didn't know how to bring you into this show or do a story arc without you either having been and somehow related to KK or banging her. That's the only story. That's the only way they knew how to write. So how they're gonna do this, Ryan Wilder, I don't know. But like you said at West, you just said it's just a reboot, and it's gonna have to basically reboot the whole series. But you know what? As much as they think they're diverse, they ain't got nothing on Doctor Who.
Dun, dun, dun.
Doctor Who put a whole new audience on the map.
I really did not. You know how much I hate talking about Doctor Who now, right?
He did not want to put this on. This is another one he resisted.
I was a bit angry when I got this. I was like,
Especially because it's David Tennant's picture, drawn with an especially soft, feminine face.
so.
That's not David Tennant. That's David.
Q sent me this article, probably just to piss me off. Former showrunner Russell T. Davis. This was the showrunner back before.
Did his power go out again?
I don't know.
But actually, you gone again?
Yeah,
It did.
yeah.
All right. You know what? I think he did that one on purpose. I think he heard Doctor Who and just turned everything off.
Yeah. He just like flipped the breaker. Was like, I'm done.
That is funny that I said David Tennant and Doctor Who and what they did to him, and his all his stuff turned off.
Showrunner Russell T. Davis has extended the Doctor's regeneration powers again, a more dramatic change than the Timeless Child. Now, here's the thing. So apparently he did some kind of little comic strip, and it was mentioned that he gets referred to as being able to change into to men and women and animals.
So boom, furry community on the map, and Blood Axe. You know how Zeno feels about them animals. Oh, Zeno,
So-
you got a new animal to add to it. You got that Who animal.
My thing is I mean, if you're referring to referring to
Are we
furries,
referring this? Oh, what
Uh,
you're about to say, that makes sense. We're referring this.
Yeah. If you're referring to the whole species difference, Russell T. Davis did actually try this a comment towards this once before. It was I can't think of the title of the episode, but it was the one where the TARDIS became a woman. and they had found the arm of old Time Lord, and he actually mentions that that the guy had changed species and gender and all that. So I mean, they had hinted at this in
Yeah, I remember that not going over well. I thought.
yeah. This was right before they decided to make the master a woman, I think. So
Missy.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I mean, this isn't anything new, really. I mean, he's already sort of he just took the extra step and spelled it out this time.
The doctor can turn into animals. So now we have Pug Doctor. You know how you like pugs. No, wait, English Bulldogs. That was your thing, English Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. This could be an awesome crossover. Does that mean he might have once been a shark? Ah, the Who shark. I could see that.
But yeah, I mean the inconsistencies in Doctor Who have only grown over the years, and the new series. Well, I liked David Tennant's. I liked a lot of the stuff Russell T Davies did, and I was able to overlook some of the more stupid things he threw in there, or things I didn't really think I agreed with.
But how do you feel about this? I know you love animals.
Doctor Who's long been dead, and to me, like the writing,
been dead for about a season.
I didn't like Matt Smith.
I
Yeah,
haven't heard that often.
I know a lot of people. I didn't really care much for him. I thought his humor sort of sucked.
I thought he had his moments, but I'll admit,
goofy. No, I admit he did have his
like
moments.
David Tennant's charm, general charm.
He had his moments, but I didn't really care a lot for him. And then, we had what I thought was going to be a renewal of the Doctor with Capaldi. And the writing for his series was abysmal.
He was so promising on that first episode.
Yeah.
Boy, when he came out and said, "I don't think I'm a hugger," I was like, "Oh, that's the Doctor."
Oh, I mean, when he pulled out cue cards to try to get the whole being nice thing down, you know.
Oh no, it was so good.
I like that. And then they just decided to go corny with them, and
Sonic Shades and a guitar player
riding on a tank playing a guitar. And it lost me. And
little did you know that was not the worst. The worst was to come.
And they never really been able to really pull me back into Doctor Who since then. And I mean, I'm a hardcore Doctor Who fan. Like I said, I really liked a lot of Doctor Who. I mean, Tom Baker was one of my favorite. Of the new stuff, I really enjoyed like the Weeping Angels and all that stuff. I mean, hell, I've got
Don't blink. Look, I'm not even a big Doctor Who fan.
On my arm,
I'm not even a big Doctor Who fan. I can name the episode "Don't Blink." Yeah. I know it. Like that was an amazing episode.
So I mean, there's been a lot of good stuff from this show, but I mean, it's just fallen into an abyss as far as
you're saying that the space time Nazi wasn't an interesting arc.
Yeah, no.
I'm from space prison in the future, but I'm a skinhead. I've come back to kill Rosa Parks. Who wrote that crap? That sounds like something from a bad comic. Like you're like, that's a Doctor Who episode? And I
don't know, man. But anyway, let's get another random encounter in there to get this bad taste out of my mouth.
But does this mean now that all the animals dressed up in Doctor Who outfits are canon? Now the times you've seen people put like a little scarf on a head
with the
oh my God, Dr. Whovian, Dr. Who's is canon, everyone. Dr. Who's is canon now. What? Yes, unfortunately, I do know that much about My Little Pony. There's a Doctor Who's character.
That's just because of your friend's wife.
That's because of Mishoku, the wife of Kitsune, who forced. I can't help it though. I do like Roid Pony
roll a damn die. Let's get off this topic.
Roid Pony.
And if you roll something.
Look up MLP
14,
Roy Pony.
I'm done. I'm walking out.
It's Spumco style funny, man. Roy Pony. What? I'm giving people cool stuff to look up that doesn't make them sad.
Fine. I'm just saying, if you roll 14, I'm walking out.
Yeah? If you roll, I'm gonna get you before you go. Oh no, it's number 4. I thought you were afraid of.
14's the Whovian one, but
I thought which one? Oh no, I gotta get number 4 on something horrible where I get to give you a high.
Yeah, that's not happening either. But
I'm giving you I'm gonna give you
roll a dang die.
Hold on, man. Let's check. Make sure Blood Axe isn't coming back.
Oh my God! If he would have coming back, he'd call. I've got Skype up. 13.
Woo, dang it, so close.
Oh,
anime.
Anime time. Why do the masses consider anime a kid's genre? What masses? This is a bad call, Blood Axe. The masses do not consider anime.
A few years ago, maybe that'd have been a valid thing.
I will say that American artists have started to adopt the anime. Like New Masters of the Universe actually lists as an anime now.
Mm-hmm. There was a time though that the concept that a cartoon is for kids was predominant, but I'd say, man, it's been almost 5 years since that kind of died off.
I mean, anime is just was originally just Japanese cartoons.
No, they were never for kids.
Well, I mean, they varied. They ranged.
Even Sailor Moon wasn't really for kids. If you want someone to see,
that was a bit of a cultural difference too. That made it not for kids. It made it not for kids here, but not necessarily not for kids there.
Made a lot of Japanese boys and the Japanese men watching that transformation scene. What, they didn't have it? Yeah, that was it was a little bit different. The Japanese version.
I mean, like even nudity. I mean, nudity is something that is a lot more has a lot larger of a stigma here than other places.
Well, for us, it's always been nudity. We're more concerned about profanity, and in other countries, especially like British television shows, profanity is fine, but the nudity and violence is disliked. So each area has what it considered to be inappropriate.
Like, you can look at ratings in different areas, and you'll see that things with a lot of nudity in some places can still be a lower rating. Where things with the violence tends to get
allow a lot of violence
higher rating than what we allow here. Like here, we don't. It has to be really gore, like really nightmare.
They got to try real hard to get it into to get rated R off of gore almost requires hostile, or like the Human Centipede. You got to get disgusting with it before they'll finally be like, all right, I guess we'll make this. But
I mean, that's also, has changed so much over time as well. I mean, there are movies that were rated PG-13 back in the day that would be rated almost G, where there's some movies that were rated R back in the day that would now be like,
oh yeah, PG used to cover everything short of R. Like you could have one F-bomb and some other stuff in your PG. PG-13, before PG-13 came along, PG was just friggin' PG all the way up to the edge of R. The edge of R. Because I remember, like, what's that old cartoon? Oh, God. Remember Heavy Metal and some of the other cartoons?
Yeah.
Where, like...
Heavy Metal was rated R, man.
Yeah, but there was another one, The Wizards.
Oh,
yeah, remember the Wizards?
Yeah,
and remember the pokey nipples through the shirt that the chick always had?
I think that one was PG. Or PG-13.
No, it was PG.
Was it?
It was rated PG. It might have been G, but it was PG. Now I wonder. Hold on. You know what? Let's be accurate. The Wizards. Like, I remember that it was rated that, and it was, like, super risque. Like, wet T-shirt. Like, pushing it. Was it called The Wizards?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it? What was it rated? You got it faster than I did. What was it rated?
Wizards, let's see. Let's see if I can find it on PG. You're correct. PG.
Yeah, PG. And if you watch The Wizards, man, it's got some TNA. I mean, look at that picture. All nips, man, and very little clothing. Like it was. Plus, a guy gets shot. Remember that the end. Oh well, okay. People get shot a lot. A lot of people die.
There was a lot of violence in there.
Oh god,
they even had. That was the one where they also used clips from actual wars and
yeah, real
explosions and stuff. But they just
PG.
They just inversed them so that they looked really
PG. So they looked like animation. It wasn't. That was real.
They did like the negative footage type thing.
So yeah, no joke, man. So like PG used to be wild. But anyway, though, so yeah, like anime has lost that stigma. So it now, but it used to be a big thing that just old school thoughts, man. Baby boomer era, the concept that cartoons are for kids was locked into people's minds, which I found funny because when you think about Ren and Stimpy and stuff, it's like no, they weren't always for kids. Even American animation, Ren and Stimpy pushed the line long before they did that. Oh God, that attempt to reboot it or to bring it back. That second go around of Ren and Stimpy was terrible. The one that they tried to put on, what was it, the Adult Hour or whatever. But the original Ren and Stimpy still pushed the line on a lot of levels, especially on violence. And cartoons haven't been purely for kids for a long time. But a lot of people didn't know that. It's really more of an issue of people didn't know that anime got like that. They thought it was just cartoons and never watched it. But that topic, wasn't a bad one, but it's past time. Like, that's no longer a stigma. For that anymore.
Like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody has gotten the concept now. Other than there being a couple of odd adaptations that have started utilizing the anime name just because it's I guess.
But they've been slipping adult issues even in the kids' cartoon. I mean, Steven Universe played with a couple of subject matters, man, that were dark. That last movie with the abandoned friend, man. You don't watch Steven Universe. Just trust me, the people out there know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That was dark, man. Abandonment issues, depression, self-hate. Like even the kids' cartoon Adventure Time got pretty serious near the end. So I mean, they play around with more adult subject matters even in cartoons that start off kind of kid friendly. So that's kind of no longer in fact, really the best thing to do is be like me. I know what my kids are watching. I mean, I don't let my kids watch Teen Titans Go. We've had that talk before because I watched it and realized all the messages on it were negative. They were bad messages for kids. So luckily I only knew because I watched. You do need to sit down and look at what your kids are watching, because they're not just for kids, and they may be spewing pure trash.
Blah, blah, blah.
Screw you. Hey, man, it don't hurt every now and then to warn people. Y'all think we're just nerds that watch cartoons? No, we watch cartoons, too, because your kids are watching these cartoons.
I don't know, man. Like, if my parents figured out what I was watching when I was a kid, I'd be a completely different person.
Sorry, I was just thinking of what could have been. That was a moment. Oh, wait. Now, the bad news is we're getting into Star Wars, and we need our Star Wars guy.
I think the rest of the show is all Star Wars topics now.
All right. So Blood Axe is trying to get Skype set up because I'm fairly familiar with Star Wars, but I think Zeno is completely out of the loop on Star Wars.
I mean, I'm just not a. I have issues with the new stuff,
How much you know about the old stuff, though?
I love the old stuff. I mean, I used to watch all that stuff.
All right, trivia question.
I never read the books or anything like that.
Is Boba Fett a Mandalorian? Is Boba Fett a Mandalorian?
Is Boba Fett a Mandalorian? No.
Oh, look. Okay. I think you guessed.
No, actually, it's a common trivia because.
Okay, so he knows a little bit. Okay.
But anyway.
How old is Chewbacca?
I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't know either. I know pretty old because he was in the prequel. God.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's see. Cell signal is also crap. Okay, so he's not going to be here for it. Let's talk about Star Wars, baby. All right, so apparently Star Wars stormtroopers are enforcing safety measures at Disney.
That's fun. Why don't we have the equivalent of like space Nazis?
So with all the COVID-19 stuff, you have the mask and all that. So apparently they've got the stormtroopers going around making sure you keep that 6-foot distance and you're wearing a mask.
They can only do that in America. They do it in Canada, they're going to get shot. You know how they freak out about stormtroopers.
Oh, no, you can't be a stormtrooper in Canada. That's just dangerous.
Face wham! Shut up. Y'all stand back while we abuse this woman. Wham! I own the business. She works for me. You stay on the step. She's got a plastic gun. Space slam.
Oh, yeah. Don't be a stormtrooper in Canada. That's just the sad truth.
Yeah, because they don't know what stormtroopers are in Canada.
I understand. This is sort of a neat little concept, though. I mean, you got the dudes walking around in armor, and having full mask, and they were saying stuff like, "Hey, you with the face covering." What is that? I lost where it was.
The question is, do they play the Imperial March when the stormtroopers walk up? That'd be awesome.
Some nice face coverings down there. Probably nicer than these helmets.
Well, we know that suits don't do anything. The armor's designed to kill you. Everyone knows that stormtrooper armor is designed to make sure you have a clean, efficient death whenever you get hit.
That is true, man. You'd see them take one shot.
All right, Blood Axe said the cell signal's out too now.
Yeah, no, I already mentioned that.
Oh, poor guy.
But yeah, so anyway, neat little concept. If you're a Star Wars fan, you could probably talk about this longer.
Ooh, you'll be cool. if somebody showed up and they had bought a face mask that looked like a Keldorian face mask. You know, the Keldorians are the Keldorians, the race that has the mask because they don't breathe oxygen, they breathe methane, I think. You never seen a race for the Keldorians. They always had the face mask on because their race doesn't breathe oxygen.
All right.
There's one on the Jedi Council. I thought you said you knew Star Wars.
I do Star Wars. I'm not a nerd about Star Wars, though.
Anyway, they ought to sell those masks. I would love to cosplay like as a Keldorian and have the face, but it's a real face mask, you know what I'm saying, under it. That'd be cool. For the real Star Wars nerds out there, they got that. Xeno's like, I like Star Wars, and I say Keldorian. He's like, what's that?
I don't recall them saying anything about Keldorian in Star Wars.
They pop
4,
up
5,
frequently.
6.
They have their own special force order that kind of functions as tiers.
Did they mention their name? What they were?
Of course. If I know, how do you not know?
I don't know.
I don't even like sci-fi, and I know what they are.
I don't know.
Loser. Look it up. Look it up. Do a quick search. Show them a Keldorian.
Do I gotta?
Yes, you're the editor.
How do you spell
K-H, I think? E-L-D-O. Try and you'll get it. It'll figure it out. Hit enter. Hit enter on Google. It'll figure it out. It's pretty smart. Oh, wow. You spelled it that bad? Did I miss an L? No, wait a minute. Maybe I missed it.
Maybe.
Star Wars. There they are. No, there they go. Keldorian.
That's Keldor.
Excuse me, Keldor. The Keldors in, I guess. I thought it was Keldorian, but all right. I've been wrong. So Keldors, yeah. Show them a picture.
I'm working on it.
Because Jedi Academy, you can play as one, and I always used to play as Keldor. But yeah, they have their race brings a different type of gas. I think it's methane. It's a different. Is it nitrogen? But yeah, so I thought it'd be cool if they actually sold Keldor masks and that actually were functioning as face masks. That would be pretty cool.
Are they blind you as well, though? I mean, you got.
Well, their eyes were sensitive too. So, well, heck, did you get to wear the goggles? Yeah, I mean, wear the full thing. But no, like there's a actual Jedi Master that was a Keldor that was on the council, and you could play as that race in a couple of the games. And they were actually pretty popular, if I remember. Like the race actually had a certain amount of popularity.
Their face looks like a vagina.
Also, shut up. Anyway, let's go on.
All right, so let's talk about Legos.
Gotta have a Star Wars moment with this guy. This is what you get. This is what happened when Blood Axe isn't around.
So anyway, the new Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, gets a Steelbook pre-order bonus. That's pretty cool.
That is cool. No, that's not Han Solo. Is that Han Solo?
Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be Han Solo. I mean, he's got the...
I guess that's what would be Han Solo, yeah.
I mean, it's a Lego, man. They can't do too much.
They could have went a little more Harrison Ford on the face.
All the faces are the same.
Well, that seems a bit like... What, you got a problem with Lego people?
Yeah, Legos all look alike. I said it.
Redheaded people and their racism. Yeah, we can tell you used to be redhead.
It's a neat cover.
It is actually pretty cool. And I'm glad they're putting it out because they've been wiping Luke Skywalker out of the Disney's been wiping Luke Skywalker's footprint off of the whole Star Wars legacy so much. I'm surprised that isn't Rey. You know,
I mean, well, it's definitely not Luke, so.
Yeah, I'm still surprised it isn't Rey. But it's the Luke Skywalker saga, the name of it. You know what I'm referencing. I'm surprised it will.
Skywalker saga.
Oh my God! So it may be about Rey. Oh Jesus! You ruined it for me. You ruined it for me. You know who saves Han Solo? It's gonna end up being Rey. She's gonna kill Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
She's gonna give Boba Fett's suit to a young female Mandalorian. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's a different series.
It says you play through all 9 Star Wars saga films.
So you do play as Rey.
Yeah. So there you go.
No, I'm not getting that. Also, I'm not allowing my kids to play it. Yeah, that's right. I'm kidding. I don't care what they play as long as it's not GTA.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga has everything from Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker dueling with Mustafar, space combat above the Death Star, battling the First Order. What are you pointing at?
I'm waiting for you to get to Rey. Does it not mention Rey? Does it actually not mention Rey?
It hasn't mentioned Rey yet.
Ooh, they in trouble. Choose
from a legion of heroes such as Luke Skywalker, Kai John Jin, Chewbacca,
I'm almost sure you said that
Leia,
wrong.
Poe,
And
Darth Vader. It says, and turn to the dark side as Darth Vader, Kylo Ren, Darth Maul,
holy
Emperor.
crap, they didn't mention Rey.
Didn't even mention Rey.
Wow.
It mentioned Poe, but it didn't even mention Rey.
Maybe they know where. Maybe they finally realized nobody likes her because her toys don't sell.
They were like, forget Rey.
They didn't even say you get to play as Rey. Holy
Yes.
crap! Maybe I'll. If you know what?
Oh wait, no, wait. Here it says, you can start your journey with Star Wars: The Phantom Menace for some pod racing on
Tatooine.
or choose to launch right into Rey's adventures in Star Wars: Rise of the Skywalker. So it does mention Rey there.
You know, if they had made Rey not a playable character at all in this game, I would buy it. Even though I'd never open it, I would just buy it just to support the concept of that.
It says players have the freedom to seamlessly travel to any planet in any order at any time.
Yeah, it's Lego Star Wars, open world as hell. They've always been good about that. I mean, the Lego games are actually not bad. I've been surprised by how good they've all been.
No, I've actually got a couple of them on the PC.
What's really cool is that you often can choose who
I think
you play.
Batman.
Well, I like that you can choose your character. So if you want to, you could play through Rey's saga as Finn and just ignore her. Because they usually let you play any character you want.
Yeah.
So you could choose to just never play as her. If you have video footage of you know what? Here's what I'd like to see, guys. If you got time, buy this game, rewrite the story of Rey. Play as a different character, do your voices, play the story arc, send it in. We'll post it, and then Disney will strike all of us and have our houses burned down. But let's do it. Let's rewrite the last 3 movies.
And I guess
with the different characters.
We'll end this with some Star Wars news, not news.
Don't ask me. I don't know a lot about Star Wars.
No. So Star Wars Battlefront 3 was hit up in the topics, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is gonna bring some more controversy. Woohoo, Battlefront 3!" And then it was like, "Oh wait, no, it was all fake. It's not really there. It
Fake
was something
Battlefront
done
news?
with the Steam database or something like that. Supposedly, who knows? Maybe it's conspiracy, and they only want you to think it's fake."
Maybe EA has decided that Epic and Sony have the douchebag covered. They just said, you know what? Let's chill and let them get all the attention. Y'all go out there and do your trash fire, and we're going to chill back here, and we're just going to watch.
But yeah. PC Gamer News says Star Wars Battlefront 3 leaks on Steam is totally fake. Totally. Basically, it boiled down to people were running through some databases, pulling some data, and eventually it came down to Steam database saying it was fake.
I mean, do they still have the license? I mean, they did do that last Star Wars game with the.
My understanding, they still have it.
Yeah, no, what was it? The guy, you know, the one, the jet, you know, the one with the guy from Joker.
They said that I think it was like some old data from back when the original Star Wars was going to have a Battlefront 3.
Okay.
And it.
But I think EA still has a license because their last story was
so.
pretty good. The last story, people seem to enjoyed it. So who knows? They may get a chance to make a Battlefront 3. For a while, it didn't look like they were until they did that game. But I hope they don't, because I mean, Star Wars Battlefront 2 was just a train wreck, man. Like, god dang it. And I've heard it's gotten better now. But if you take that long to get better and that much BS has to go through it, what's the point? Like, you know, it's almost pointless to have to go through all that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that if another Star Wars Battlefront comes out, it's a different company, but not Epic or Sony. You know what? I take that back. Leave it with EA, because if I had to choose, I'd rather EA do it than the Epic Sony team up.
I just want another KOTOR.
We all want another KOTOR. But here's the question: if it came out on the Epic Store, made by Sony, would you get it? PS5's an Epic exclusive.
Screw you, man.
You know my answer. Hell's no. But like you've been known to break. You've been known to break, man.
I might break for KOTOR, man. I liked KOTOR.
If you came back to me after you got it and said it really is KOTOR, I'd play it on your PlayStation. I refuse to get Epic, man. When I saw that Maneater first was on the Epic Store, I thought I'd never get to play it, but then it turned out it's on Xbox Live. But then I saw Steam's planning to get it. I'm going to wait for it to hit Steam. Because my opinion is by the time it hits Steam, it should have added more content. But I'm very adamant about not downloading Epic Store.
I don't think it's a $40 game with what it is right now.
I know.
Like, it's more of a more closer to a $30 or a $20 game.
Yeah, well, by the time it hits Steam, it'll be $20 or $30.
Yeah. And
hopefully it'll have more content.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry for all the technical difficulties with the storm down on the coast. We lost Blood Axe there, but
we should check to see if he's alive. Go ahead.
Yeah. We'll check on his well-being here after the show. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to check us out at Dicejunkies.com for links to everywhere we are online. And if you want to support us, you can go to patreon.com/Dicejunkies and support us there. You got anything to say before we cut
I'm just
this?
Just remember the order. It's Randy Pitchford, then it's Troy Baker on... Oh, no. Troy Baker's on Sony. So the order is Randy Pitchford, Epic, Troy Baker, Sony. That's the ladder of suck it up.
I was about to say, like, is that the train?
It's sucking up, literally. I imagine larger step ladders, and that's how it goes up. Sony at the top, and then there's Troy, then there's Tim Sweeney, and then there's Randy Pitchford.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.